Very strict rules around here. Only buy eagles. I knew it, I blew it, and what came next will blow your mind. Okay, that's not actually true. Just seems like something I should say to keep up around here. Here's a good story. I go into my local coin shop to grab some gold. I know they have an order of 2023 Eagles that just came in, and I'm thinking I'm gonna buy one, maybe trade for a second. Now, I've mentioned trading Britannias for Eagles before. I'm not sure I ever told the whole story, but I've done something similar to that twice now. So I have a stack of $100 bills. I have a 1 ounce kind of random gold coin in my pocket. It's a Great Britain Royal coat of arms. That is just in case. I also have a bunch of gold backs in the car. I have some silver bars too. These are cash deals, so once in a while I'll grab some random stuff to trade just in case I run into something special. That's gonna save me an ATM run. So the Eagles are there. I count out the cash for the Eagle, and then I set down the 1 ounce British coin and I ask if he's willing to trade it toward a second. And he's not. And that is it. That's the story. Be sure to hit the like button. To be fair, he had just had a big order show up. So he's sitting on top tier inventory, the things he sells all day. He has Eagles, he has Buffaloes, he has Maples on the shelf. He has some brand new 2023 tubes in the back. And I'm asking him if he wants to trade for a British coin, something that it turns out he's never even seen before. Now this is a local dealer. I have a few, and I know that all of my local dealers will typically at least buy anything. But the price is going to be impacted by the inventory they have at the time and then the public demand at the time as well. Now, this particular shop owner, he says there's a price for anything, but 90% of spot is a price. So he could do that. He could offer me 10% under. He could sell it for spot. But really, he had no interest in the coin, and it was pretty clear. So I asked what he likes, what he's most willing to buy, and I got the same story. He says Eagles, Buffaloes, Maples, and Krugs. He sells those all day long, so that's what he likes. Now this is a local shop, and local shops, well, they're just one possible outlet for selling. I could sell on Reddit, I could sell to JM Bullion or AppMex. I could probably find somebody interested on Discord, but this is a case that I constantly have to remind myself of. If I'm buying random things, I'm looking at fewer reasonable selling options. It's just easier to buy a fun-looking gold coin than it is to sell it. Now, when I travel, I have a few other local shops that I stop into, and one of these will take just about anything. They almost have an umbrella price that they'll pay for something like this, and it's spot. If it's a modern coin from a sovereign mint, they will give spot, or right around there. So Kangaroo, Britannia, 1 ounce Great Britain Royal coat of arms, spot. Now this is a huge metro, a little bit south of there. I have another dealer that I know that will do more or less the same thing. Not a whole lot of hesitation on some of the random stuff, but they'll pay under spot. Sometimes it's 2% under, sometimes 3%, but all of the local shops that I know will pay spot or a little bit above for a Buffalo or Eagle. It should make it pretty clear, but there are a couple problems. The first is that the price spread on an American Gold Eagle, it isn't always going to work out in my favor. If I'm looking at the local buy to sell spread, that spread right now today, it's about 9%. So if I buy an Eagle from a local shop and then I sell it back, I'm immediately out about $170. And that's probably the worst case scenario. There was a supply pinch on the Eagles and Buffaloes. Normally the premium on a 1 ounce Eagle, it's about 7%, not 10% like it is today or it was last week and the week before. I know that I can also sell it for 2% over. So if I got an immediate case of buyer remorse, I'd be out a max of say 5%, more like $90. And that's typically how I would look at a Canadian Maple Leaf, a Britannia, or a Krug. It's about a 5% buy to sell spread. I can buy a Britannia at 4%. I can sell them easily for 1% under, normally. Now in the largest metro that I spend time, the one I just mentioned, I could expect the same spread on some of the less common coins. Again, like this Royal coat of arms. And if you're saying, so what? Who cares? You're in the right mindset, and you've probably done this before. You probably know what you're getting into. All of us know there are other options to sell. We could all sell something like this on eBay, not lose a dime, maybe even come out ahead. And that's assuming there's no movement on spot price, but you always want to know the path of least resistance, your lightning approach. For me, that's driving to a local shop in my area, getting some cash for the coins. I'll be in and out inside of an hour. And I have 3 options, and I know without any doubt that Eagles, Buffaloes, Maples, and Krugs will do better than anything else. So I know I can sell them at any time. The dealers are happy to have them, and I'll never have to take a lowball offer. So plot twist, this showed up today. This is not an Eagle, not a Buffalo. It's one of 188 high relief coins that are available in the world. It's a 2023 Australia 1 ounce gold Lunar Rabbit high relief proof. And I do not have a local shop that would care one bit about its rarity or its appeal to certain audiences. I could take it to the largest shop that I mentioned, maybe it'd do well there, but I would have to transport it there. Locally, I would probably be looking somewhere south of spot price. Now the point here is that even though I know my local shops could care less about some of the fun stuff, I'm still buying it now and then. So I'm not up on a soapbox telling you shouldn't be buying it, but this will never be a lightning sale to me, and you should at least understand what you're getting into. I'm limiting my options if I ever need to sell, but I knew that going in. In one of the recent videos that I did, I mentioned that American Gold Eagles are currently at the top of my list, and I actually got a surprising number of questions. Why? There's the answer that I more or less just gave. My local shops, they like Eagles. They like them as much or more than anything else. Depends a little bit on the shop. There's only one, though, that wouldn't say that the Eagle is at the absolute top of the list. I can hypothetically sell just about any amount of Eagles locally in under an hour. But then there's a second reason, and it's just a simple thing, a little bit of OCD. I have a tube that needs filled. I'd like to square it away. So none of my preferences for Eagles and Buffaloes should move you. None of the strongly held opinions of my local shops should either, unless you are not willing to ask your own local shops what they prefer, or you aren't willing to do the legwork, maybe take on the risk of selling on eBay. If that's the case, you should at least think about it, because I hear it from everyone I talk to. So just keep that in mind unless you truly don't care, because you simply will never sell. This is just more of a nudge I got, kind of like a lane departure warning where the seat buzzes and then the car bounces me back to center lane. So even though I think Britannias and Kangaroos, they seem like they would be the best options for premium, at least in terms of the buy to sell spread, until they're also just as easy to move locally, just as easy as, say, an Eagle, a Buffalo, a Maple Leaf, or a Krug, I will stick to my primary for at least 90% of my purchases, and then I'll probably go extra crazy on everything else. So that's what I'm up to. Let us know what you're seeing. I saw a comment recently from someone saying that 20 Francs Roosters were actually liquid where they were. Probably a comment from Europe. Maybe not, though. Always curious, so let us know what you see, what you're buying, and whether or not you've tried selling or trading any of your one-off random buys once the spell wore off. While you're in the comments, be sure to hit the like button if you found any of this interesting. Be sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on if you'd like to see more on the topic. And if you're still here, thanks again for watching. I always appreciate your time. Take care.